Alright, now that we sat through the timeline and watch how all this went down, I'll go over like the process of how all this went, and then I'll give you guys some tips and tricks on how to recreate this as Aragon, or probably whoever, and be able to reform the Roman Empire. Now, first off, let's ask the question, why Aragon? I was inspired by watching a LP by another YouTuber by the name of Radio Rez to pick up Aragon and just, see how it went. Also, since Golden Century came out, I did a Castile game, but wasn't too interesting, interesting enough to share, so I figured, I'll hop out on the other side of the Iberian wedding, just see how it goes. And there are a few achievements, but I hadn't gone with this Aragon yet, so I figured might as well do them real quick. So, just to go over the basic opening steps. If you're playing as Aragon, at least I got the event for the Iberian weddings where I got the PU over Castile, and then from there you get a bunch of other options. You get the option to, if you get the Iberia under PU, you can get a PU of Portugal, which I got. I actually integrated Portugal before Aragon. I couldn't integrate. There's usually a decision to just take over or to integrate Castile and form Spain. But if they have too many cities or too many provinces, you can't do it. And that's kind of what happened. Castile just had too many provinces because they started colonizing over here. By the way, I did some colonizing as well, but the New World's a bit of a clusterfuck, so I don't even want to look at it. So we'll just move on. So yeah. So a free PU. Castile also got the Burgundian inheritance, so that gave us a bunch of provinces up here, which helped when we to get Zealand, which you need to form Rome. Actually, let's go over the requirements to form Rome real quick. So in order to do it, you need all of Iberia, you need all of France, all of Italy, all of the Balkans, all of Anatolia, all of the Mashriki region, which is just this kind of region. You need, I believe, Cairo. You need Tunisia, or Tunis. You need Fez. You need Zealand, you need London, and you need York. That's what you need in order to form the Roman Empire. So, and you also need Vienna. I almost got them for a second. So there's quite a bit of work. And I've come somewhat close in the past for a few games in order to almost make it, but I haven't gotten it. So this is the first game I actually formed Rome. So it's mostly... There's a saying that once you finish up Rome, once you form Rome for the first time, you finish up a tutorial in EU4, pretty much. That kind of feels like it's true, because there's a lot of stuff you got to do. It kind of tests your skill, and if you can do this, then it kind of shows you're an adequate enough player to just kind of move on, which I'm kind of proud of. So, let's go over the ideas I went with real quick. I went exploration at the beginning, because I figured... I wasn't even sure if I was going to go for a Rome game, so I just did a quick little like colonizing game. Got Mexico, got some of the West Indies, but at the same time so did Castile, which it didn't matter too much. And then when I got, all of Iberia, I got a bunch of these PUs figured out. Also, fun fact, Ming vassalized France later on and annexed them, so now they have control over all the French colonies. So that's... yeah. That's interesting. So yeah, anyway, back to ideas. Administrative, if you're going for Rome, administrative is a necessity just because of core creation costs and adaptability. This is huge. Even if you're not going for Rome, administrative ideas is still a great idea to go with. Then you got quality ideas, which is a pretty good tree. Influence, again, if you're going for Rome, you want to get influence ideas, because I had a bunch of vassals in the game. You might saw Croatia popped up, Greece popped up. I used them as vassals. I also had Lucca. I had Sale, however you pronounce the name, as a vassal. Who else? Well, I also had Portugal, Castile, and Portugal as PU subjects, so I had to integrate them. And Naples, who I had to integrate. So influence is a big help because of the, where is it? There you go, diplomatic annexation cost, that's big. It also gives you more diplomatic reputation, which is pretty big for annexing all of them. Then I went economic. There's some solid choices in this tree, so I figured I'd go for it. Offensive, get some decent bonuses going. Diplomatic, which province war cost I figured would be a pretty big help in order to pick up the last couple states that I needed. And religious, which you probably want to go humanist in hindsight, but I figured, I don't know, I'd just try to go for the whole game. So yeah, I went for I still got a bunch of Sunni land in here, some Shia down here. I recently conquered all of this land down here, so it's not fully, let go. But yeah. So what do you want to do? First off, there's an achievement. Let's go over some of the achievements I managed to get while doing this game. Where is it? You're gonna get probably a colonial management. I'll probably do this off camera once I finish this up, so you can do that. Playing as Aragon, at least. You can actually, I can't do that anymore because France doesn't exist. Russia didn't form up in this game because Commonwealth was pretty thick, and Ottomans, which I could probably do, but no point. Mare Nostrum. Unfortunately, you have to take over the Red Sea coastline, which I don't really have time to do. Unfortunately, so I'm just not going to be able to do it. I'll probably come back and do this in a different game one of these days. Pirates of the Caribbean, you can probably do that if you're anyone. Where is it? There are a few achievements I got as Aragon. I forget the name. Consulate of the Sea. Where as Aragon you have to have... It says you have to have all the major ports. All the major trading ports. You don't. I figured out you need this one. You need I forget its name in real game. Outside of this, you need this. You need this province, this province, this province. Constantinople, Hudavengard, Macedonia, Naples, Venice, Ragusa. Need, I think Barcelona. You need Genoa, Palmero. I think that's it. So that's actually why I didn't form Spain. You might notice I didn't form Spain just because I was mainly going for bad achievement. I also got Georgia in my mind, which you have to own this Georgia, down here, and this Georgia. So yeah, you can go for a decent amount of achievements through this run. So if I was to advise you guys what to do, first off, you gotta watch your AE. I've gotten to a point where AE is just a number, pretty much, and it doesn't matter at all, but you gotta be careful, especially in the early game, especially when expanding into, like, Italy with all the high-dev provinces. Split your conquer up here, then go down to here, because the Muslim nations don't care if you're conquering Christian nations, and vice versa, so you can spread up your AE. You might also want to go humanist. I want religious, but humanist, I always hear it's a better path to go down. When you're going to Britain, to invade Britain, just mass spam heavies. That's what I did. This is a fleet I used in order to conquer the British mainland. You might have to know CB. Well, no CB is the best CB anyway, so you can just go and do that. But I had to know CB for the Ottomans near the end, or else I might have been able to do without it, honestly. But I just wanted to be, better safe than sorry, that sort of deal. So, yeah. What else? Try to be shifty with your alliances. You might not be able to directly declare on someone, so look for your ally and then declare on them if it's going to be a easier battle. You might not be able to take too many provinces early on, but once you get imperialism, you'll pretty much be good. And yeah, if you're not doing too hot in the early game, or you're not doing as well as you'd like to, I guess I should say, don't sweat it once you get to the age of absolutism. Revolutionaries broke my country. Don't worry about that. I probably could have fought them, honestly, but I figured I'd go Republic, because it doesn't matter too much in the end. So yeah, what was it then? Absolutism is going to help you out a lot. The imperialism and the nationalism CBs will help you out a lot. I was at a point where I didn't need nationalism to help me out, but you might, and it's going to be big help. So yeah. Also, be careful about overextension. I was under the impression for a while that was also just a number, but I got some pretty bad effects. Well, it didn't break my nation or anything, but keep that in mind. You do have to keep that in mind. So yeah. I have, right now I still have Hungary as a march. I have, who do I have as allies? I have Brandenburg, Muscovy, Persia, Ethiopia, and Korea. For a while I had the Commonwealth as an ally. I had France for an ally for a while, Austria for an ally. Holy shit. They formed into, I've never seen this nation form. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, it's the usual sort of gameplay. Have an ally for as forever long as you think they'll be beneficial to have as an ally. If they outlive their usefulness, feel free to do whatever to break that alliance. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else to talk about in the way of points or assistance. So let's just go over all of this real quick. Got all this for accepted culture. I could probably switch it now, but I'm not going to play this game much longer. I only have like less than 3 years anyway, so this game's pretty much done. Economy. I have a pretty thick economy. Let's turn all this way down. Trade. I'm not managing trade as best as I could, but honestly at this point it doesn't matter. So, trade. I'm elite in a lot of fields. A lot of people have embargoes on us, but yeah, what are you going to do about it? Almost maxed out on tech ideas, which I went over. By the way, Roman ideas, they're alright. I'm glad I went with them. The core creation cost is pretty nice. So, missions, this is just as a Aragon. There's also decisions and policies. These are policies I went for. It might not matter too much. Just play however you think is best, really. You'll be fine. Got all this for you. By the way, I conquered Mecca for the hell of it recently. Because apparently also gives you a missionary, strangely enough, which is cool. So I'll take that. Religion. Eventually your income is going to be at the point where it doesn't matter and you can just convert anyway. I don't have much to spend my money on anyway, so I may as well convert people. Military. Got a pretty big force limit. What else? All of my vassals or colonies. Hungary's a march. I forget. Do they have the best military? They have some alright ideas anyway. Yeah, they're also alright to have as a march. Plus, you don't need any of this territory anyway, so I figured I'd keep them around. And then estates. Since you don't have to care about estates anymore, I stopped caring about them. It's nice to get the support, but at this point, I don't have the time to really wait to worry about them. So yeah, that's really about it, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. And want to see more of my content in the future, I make mostly Hearts of Iron 4 content, but I do one of these every once in a while once I have a good game to help you guys out, just give you some tips and tricks. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments, feedback, concerns, anything to clarify, go and leave in the comment section below. I read all the comments I get, and I appreciate any and all feedback you guys might have for me. If you want to support me financially, maybe, I have a Patreon down link below. It's the only way I can make money off this right now, so if you want to, or if you think I deserve money, go ahead and do it. If not, I understand, but I'd appreciate it if you could. I also have Discord down below if you want to check out that. We can chat, play games, and just have a fun old time generally. So, yeah, that's about it, folks. My name has been Doggo333, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.